When we found out that Jordan was going to be patient number 1, there was a lot of feelings. I was happy, I was scared, I was nervous, I was worried about my family here, my job, what would happen in San Diego. I was worried that Jordan could end up being even more sick by the time we were done. But I also knew that his kidney function was exactly where it had to be to do this. He had the right gene mutation. He was over 18.
Jordan's life through cystinosis has kind of been a series of being first at everything. He was youngest diagnosed at the time, then first on process B, then first in the trial. So the trial part, other than the 2 months or 3 months of her being gone, we were used to the first part and we knew what was happening, and the biggest thing was to just keep normal happening.
I think once the trial started, the scariest part was after Jordan got the chemo and then his platelets went down to, non-existent. There was no turning back at that point. There was, right up to the day before the chemo, I kept saying to Jordan, do you want to quit? Do you want to quit? Every day I got up and asked him if he wanted to be done.
Fear of the unknown. The
fear of the unknown, and every day it was, what are his test results? Does he need a transfusion of blood? Does he need platelets?
Biggest change probably being 20 years of what's next medically, and now we're into
what's next in life.
What's next, not medically.
Yeah. Well, when you get to know Nancy, it's pretty contagious to believe that there's going to be an end to this. And boy, if you're going to have a rare disease, you want it to be cystinosis with this community.
Their determination to not accept that there's no hope for this is what creates these possibilities for not just cystinosis, but every disease research that is willing to do this. It's that refusal to accept that it can't happen that makes this happen.
Cystinosis research and everything that the CRF can provide and fund and the money they're raising is so important, because having a cystinosis, it's more about, we always said it was quality of life, and I think some of these trials, if they can make it easier for the patients, the cystinosis kids and adults, then we got to keep going and funding these projects. I think the interesting thing is going to be in the next 20 years what it costs for Jordan to go through this. It's going to be a fraction by the 20th and the 200th person, and they might be in the hospital half the time, and they might have half the symptoms, and every person that goes, we're learning more and more to make it easier for the next. I never expected it to be as hard to let go of a disease as it was, to change your thought process and your thinking. And it took some time, and I feel lighter. I feel like I have more space in my mind as far as when I get up in the morning, I'll get ready, I'll get to work. I'll sit down, check my email, have a cup of coffee, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock and I haven't thought of Jordan yet. Like, he was always, you wake up at 4 a.m, he was your first thought. Like, I know he's okay. That's a really cool feeling.